This episode is proudly brought to you by the ELXA Life Doers suite, lifedoers.com, with special thanks to 4T Cementalers, Mokane Farmers Association, as well as the Botswana National Beef Producers Union. We are the doers, the doing that makes a difference in life. Hello everyone, welcome back to the ELXA Chat with Pros. I'm Laura. Mr. Molokwe, how are you doing today?
Hi Laura, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me today. We're going to have a blast. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here as always.
Thanks a lot to you.
On today's chat, we're in Mokane, talking all things Mokane Farmers Field Day. But first, cattle start breeding, making it happen in the communal area, strategies or micro plans, opportunities in the area such as Foga production using plentiful underground water in the area, harnessing the full support of government. Lastly, we would like to know how the Mokane Farmers Field Day started. With us today, we have Mr. Thapelo Setlalekgosi. Many of us know him as a prominent stud breeder in the country and one of the founding members of the Mokane Farmers Field Day. He's here to tell us all about the day. Mr. Setlalekgosi, we welcome you to the ELXA Chat with Pros.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me in your program. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here. Aside from being a farmer of note, just on more of a personal tip, who is Thapelo Setlalekgosi? If you could kindly tell us a bit about yourself.
Thapelo Setlalekgosi is a Motswana boy from the Central District, Mokane. Grew up as a Catholic, still a Catholic, grew up as an altar boy, engaged in sports, boxing for about 15 years or so, and then went back again to farming after a couple of years in the boxing ring. So I'm basically a normal Motswana child, a normal Motswana boy who has played football in the district of Botsholofelo Kako, Brodeste Kakwa, Leko Mokane Emma.
Oh wow, boxing. Was this professionally?
Back then, there was no professional in Botswana. So basically, it was just an amateur where you represent your country through most of the competitions you can think of. Africa Championships, Commonwealth, Olympics, Zone 6, all those things that I've gone through, yes.
You know, I've never met a boxer in my life. This is so exciting. But why boxing though? What made you gravitate towards it?
Actually, I don't know myself, but something that I fell in love with when I went to Lopsec. And actually, it's something that I was good at, something that I realized I was good at. I wanted to play football, but back then, Lopsec was very, very good with football. There were too many football players, and boxing was an option that came to reality. And boxing, that's how it was. Yeah. 15 years in there. I represented my country for about 11 or 12 years.
You know, I tend to wonder if boxers like fighting, or it's just a sport that they do, but outside of that, they don't fight.
No, it's just a sport that we do. We don't engage in such bad activities outside the ring. It's just a sport. But the knowledge is there to do something harmful to somebody outside the ring if need be, but it's not necessary.
Wow. Oh, I like that. That's very interesting, actually. Do you come from a farming background? You're just talking about the farming aspect of things?
I think, to be honest, I will say 80% of every Motswana comes from a family in a farming. There's agriculture everywhere in Botswana. Yes, I grew up with my twin brother, and our grandmother, who had few cattle, lots of goats, chickens, and it was a way of life. You graduate to the home. It was just a normal way of life. And then I think that's where the love came in for cattle.
At what age was this? Would you say that you showed interest in farming?
I think from the age of about 10, Rabala was done at 3. It was done at 2, and then went to the home. So I think at the age of 10, that's when I realized I love farming more than a lot of things.
Wow. That's really nice. Yeah. So I can imagine back then it was just done for sustenance, not necessarily commercialized.
It was a way of life. It was survival. You know, there's no tea for Baholo and you're in trouble. There's no food. So it was a way of life. That is why I say that every Motswana was born in agriculture. It's only that nowadays things have changed a little bit. But
do you have any kids of your own, Mr. Setlalekgosi? Are you married?
I have kids of my own. A couple of kids, boys, girls.
How many?
I have 2 boys, 1 girl, 3 2 boys, 3 girls.
Oh, 5 kids then.
Emma.
Lovely. I love a big family. Are any of them showing interest in farming?
I think all of them do, but because now they're busy with the boy university and school, but yes, they do. I think at the field day, the younger one, the last one, she'll be there with her horses. She does horse riding and stuff, so she'll be there. And then the 2 boys are out in South Africa boarding school. The girls, one is in Ireland doing a doctorate there for medicine, and the other one will be just there to help also to cook motona.
Oh, wow, that's so nice. I like that they're involved as well, within the farming business, it's very important. I think just having that succession plan, is always very, very important.
It's not important actually, it's very crucial to have these things so that these people can take over. So we hope they will. I mean, once they're out of university, that is when you will know if they're with you or not in the field that you are doing. But so far, I can't complain.
That's so nice. That's really, really nice. So why start breeding, Mr. Stadikosmi, and not commercial beef production? Was there a gap in the market, or is it something that you felt would give you better returns on your investment?
There was a gap in the market, and a lot of Botswana were importing bulls from South Africa, or medical breeding stock, but especially bulls. We were importing a lot of bulls in South Africa, and to be quite honest, there is nothing special about farmers in South Africa except the land and all those things that they had a few years ago ahead of us. And then I said to myself, look, we are educated. Why do we keep going back to South Africa and buy bulls? Why can't we produce our own? That was Cabo 0705. We can actually do this. So, and then we can do this and sell to our fellow citizens animals that were born and bred in Botswana, which we believe will be a little bit more adaptable. Not all they cannot be adaptable, but all those factors make it easier and cheaper for an ordinary Botswana. Sometimes it's a little bit tough. Also, our Cape Town, like Body Limousine, they used to go to Cape Town, the limousine go Cape Town because good ones are in Cape Town. So this gap, we have commercial cattle, but let us produce yourself and then it grew. Now you can start supplying your friends, you can start supplying fellow citizens. So that is how this thing came in. There was just a gap and there was no reason why we cannot start breeding. So that is how it started, yes.
And did you start it by yourself, this breeding industry, or you feel like it was a collective? You had other people there as well to start it with you, this journey of breeding? Was it a personal one?
There were actually 3 of us. The people Baba Simone Tsemoka, it was Tebe, my brother, and Penyontazi, the late Penyontazi who passed on last year. So he was with Brahmans, Tebe was with Sherolese, I was with Simintalas. And then this is something that we started together. Actually, Tebe started it first with dogs, actually, a few years ago.
Really?
With dogs. And then the burbo that he was actually exporting to Canada and all over the place. And that is, but if we can do dogs and supply Europe, supply Canada, then this will also be simple because it's the same criteria. Breeding is the same. And then we started cattle searching on the internet where we can find stud breeders in South Africa, and then we visited them, get the knowledge. And then there was a lot of traveling to South Africa to go and learn the workshop or judging courses to make sure we are doing it right, And what do these things need? They talk dijo, talk lemo, talk tsimo, talk trakere, because most of these animals sometimes debate a little bit of high supplementation in terms of silage. Silage, which we are now comfortable with, and then that is how it all started, and is okay. It's going well. The market is there. The market is huge. You can't finish it. So, and then that is how I started breeding. How we really got started with it.
Yeah, that's great. That's really good. I love the training part. I feel like a lot of people tend to throw themselves in industries and they don't get the necessary training. I think I mean, how difficult can it be? At the end of the day, but there's more to it than that.
As a farmer, you also have to become a vet. You also have to become a man. You have to become a mechanic. You have to become everything. Because regardless of any breed or body, these things die. You imported 200,000 pula, 11 days.
Aish.
Or it's just failing to adapt because quite one thing it was fed, maybe it was grain fed, and when I was an away bolos or you just a little bit difficult for it. So animals, you need to really do your homework. You need to read a lot, and you need to actually go and see, visit a lot, travel a lot, go and see how other people are doing it. And then you will get it right. Money alone will not get you there, but the knowledge and the love and the passion will get you there. But knowledge, you must know what to do.
This brings me to my next question, just the importance of selecting the right breeds for your environment. Because many of us don't do that. We just select breeds looking at the fact that we like it. Maybe it looks good, but you're not really sure if it will adapt to the environment. And I think this also goes back to training and learning and just appreciating, the animals as they are.
But you see, with cattle or with animals, most animals will survive anyway. Trust me, you take them to Cape Town, they will survive. We've got animals. I've got friends who have bought cattle in Cape Town, and Cape Town is evergreen. Kanagaka Port Elizabeth is evergreen. Grass. But the most important thing is know how to look after those cattle. If you know how to look after them in terms of supplements and medication, most animals will make it through. I mean, most of these breeds, Charolais, Simmentalas, they're from Europe, Switzerland, Simmentala, France, Limousine, and the Charolais. But they're here in Africa, they're here in the Sunbelt, where it's very dry, where it's very hot, and they make it. But with proper medication to support them, yes, they will pull through. So there's nothing wrong with choosing an animal and a certain breed and then take it to wherever you take it. But if you are not going to look after it, then yes, you will lose it. Yeah, because yes, it might have a full stomach, but a full stomach of grass which it does not utilize in terms of getting the best out of that vegetation. So medication will help, deworming, supplement, because most of our grass in Botswana is short of phosphorus. So you need to know when to supplement your phosphorus, when to stop it a little bit, introduce your protein. It's winter now, you need to know, okay, it's winter now. You cannot still be on phosphate leak or phosphate supplement. You need to introduce leak and what kind of leak and how much protein is that leak contains. So all these things you need to know. You don't need to be told by your Molimisi like Botswana. You need to know. You need to tell Makendi with your experience and with your knowledge. So you need to be able to sit with your Makendi. It's kind of one-sided conversation where you are told. So you need to be knowing what you are talking about, what you are doing. So the whole and that's a DCI. No. You need to know recycling. Most people who cycle after how many days, they will not tell you. You need to know polling. If you cycle for 3-4 times a year, what does it mean to that animal? You need to keep it. Can I again say because it's just wasting my land, it's just wasting my feed, it's just wasting my resources. So there's a lot that one needs to know as an individual, not Mukenti.
No, but I like that. You can just hear the experience, the well of knowledge, it just like overflows from you. This is years of practice, and this is what it gets you. Mr. Selegosi, you breed Simmentals, right? Why Simmentals in particular? Wasn't there an option? Maybe Brangas, Nguni, I mean, those also do fairly well. They adapt fairly well to the semi-desert conditions. Why that breed in particular?
I think another thing that will make one successful is that, when you choose a breed, basically it's the same as choosing your wife. It has to be a personal preference. It must be the love for the animal. That kind of breed. Don't choose Simmentala, Laura, because Stalokosi likes Simmentala.
Yes.
Look, we are twins. My twin brother prefers Charolais. He likes Charolais. He doesn't like Simmentalas. I hate Charolais. I don't like them. So it doesn't matter whether everybody has got their own personal preference. So your preference, after also know this is mine. Now you go into it because that is what you love. Then you go into that thing. So Simmentala was my preference. I had my reasons. I liked it. It has a lot of milk. It has a lot of meat. It's a dual purpose. That's why it's a dual purpose. It has a lot of milk. is a dairy animal and it's also a beefy animal. So that was my love for Simmentala. Or ke kgona gore ke dire madila. That's actually ha ke simona ne ke re ke di batala gore ke ire madila. So that is why I chose Simmentalas. It was the love and then what it brings out.
Did you go through the selection process, experimenting with other breeds? Kana, you just knew from the onset that it's Simmentals or nothing?
The only breed that we were exposed to was Brahman. There was a Brahman Bull Malaping. Very, very excellent breed. You can't farm without Brahman. In Africa, anywhere in the world, that is the best breed. That is the mother of all the breeds. There's the Brahman. So there was Brahman there. And then our first bull we bought together, I think it was in 98. I think I was doing my second year or third year as a student. And then we bought a Charolais bull in South Africa together with my brother. Because it was after the Brahman, it became one of the famous breeds. So we went with the flow of what was happening around, and so it was Charolais. But then later on, I realized no, I don't like Charolais. I will get myself a Simmentala bull, and then that is how after seeing other breeds, and that's when I went with the Simmentalas. And there's nothing wrong with other breeds.
It's just a personal preference.
It's just a personal preference. It doesn't mean Simmentala is better than Limousine. No. That is a topic we can argue on a weekend. But it was just a personal preference. All these breeds, just the only thing that is going to differ is how you look after them.
Okay, no, I love that. So, as a stud breeder, what is your favorite and least part of your job?
Pardon?
As a stud breeder, what is your favorite and least favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of the job is between May and August. That is my favorite part of my stud breeding, because that is the time where the show season starts, where you go and market yourself, market your cattle. You Gandhi show Gaborone, there was Serowe, there was Mahala. Back then there were Mahala, that's why the district shows. We used to only Boganzi Baisiba to Mitaratayana. All these little villages I've done. Bamachaning, I was there. Bamachaning show a couple of years. Bamahala show. Kileka gono go tsenya leina la mo marketing. All the small shows. You didn't start big. You didn't start in Gaborone show. You didn't start in Gandhi. No, Bomahunatala. Little shows. That's what we were attending to make. We perakela, we chupela du khomotsa go mabathong. Machaning was my favorite place. Those are some of my roots. I want to try to come on show you tendile 9. It's a 7 time. 2 days I'm talking. The 2 days I'm talking while Huachoka. Menzik encourage about bring. So Bata Buma Halape show Yalo, Leoneso Ari Simola show. There were only 3 exhibitors. 2 Nilan Nalemus Modon Wazala no the Kashigamana Togo, the Rex Motobi, 3 exhibitors, Kosovo. But Dara Soroe Shoya, maybe before COVID, there were well over 30 exhibitors with 400-500 cattle. Melantaris Molla, we had less than 20 animals there. Respectable distance a few years ago. So showing is the best time of my cattle. And then, of course, the West will be after that. Afterwards, September, October, where it's normally dry. Then that is where now you need to dig deep down into your pocket and start buying a proper supplement. But then it's something that we go through, something that we are aware of it, something that we know, something that we don't mind, because it's nature. There's nothing we can do if the Almighty has given you a dry season. Like today, this year, it's going to be a very tough one this year.
Why?
Salary February, it has never rained up to today. So, which means there is no silage for us. It's going to be a little bit expensive to buy feed, because feed is very expensive locally. It's part of farming. That is why you need to be a minister of labor by yourself, minister of economics. All these things you have to know and do and understand, and also be a counselor and counsel yourself. This is okay, it's normal, it's happening, but it's normal. It's tough, but it's normal. Accepting something makes you move forward. So I've already accepted it's going to be a dry season, it's going to be tough. Wherever I get the funds, I must be able to supplement my cattle a little bit more, which I also suggest and start culling, start reducing your numbers.
Okay. You spoke of the drought this season. There's underground water in your area, yes?
Plenty of water.
Any opportunities perhaps to harvest that water and utilize it?
That's what we are doing. We are our area ya Mokane cluster is a very, very fertile land with a lot of water. So there are a lot of vegetables, farmers, they're doing well. And basically what I like more about it is that most farms are operated and owned by women. So,
that's nice.
Which is
like
very, 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 very encouraging because it's women. So it's a very good area. In terms of underground water, you 10 meters you find water, fresh water for that matter. So in terms of harvesting water, no, that we are okay.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. Offline, we spoke of the Gang Field Day that you'll be attending. You sound like a very busy man. What motivates you to wake up in the morning?
When you're a Christian, you must always be thankful for the day. When you wake up, you must be thankful and live it. Utilize it and enjoy it and live it. So I will be going to Cannes tomorrow to officiate, to be one of the speakers there, to motivate the youth. So it's an opportunity to go and help others at my cost. So I'm glad and looking forward to go and helping others there.
Well, that's nice.
That is very, very important. Information is power. Give some but give somebody information. Give somebody education. Because but information so when you give somebody information is power. Knowledge is power. So when you have knowledge, the little that I have, which I can share with somebody, I might not know how much knowledge I have, but people see your and want to tap in on what you have done, your experiences, especially to the youth. From scratch from scratch.
So that is so encouraging and motivating, and you are a true example of that. You live these words. You're not just saying them. You started from scratch. To where you are now.
So the good thing about our country is the democracy that we have here. So you can take anybody to court anytime you want. If you feel you have been done a little bit of injustice, and then you'll get what you want.
We tend to look at professionals in their respective industries. Doing amazing things, and one wouldn't think that he has been through any challenges or adversities in life, and it becomes a little difficult for one to relate to you because you see where you started. So this is really, really appreciated, and what you're going to do in Gang is really appreciated. So for that. Mr. Molokwe?
Farming is more like it's like a system, with all the different moving parts that are usually keep moving, and you must be the like a choir master. This thing of system, they have things apart from farming. What have they taught you about farming, or how do they prepare you for now moving this big machine with so many moving parts? The Ministry of, I liked it way earlier when you're talking about the Ministry of Economics, Ministry of Finance, and all those things. How was the experience from doing other things in other industry, or rather other pastime or something that you do? How do they contribute to the good farmer, stud breeder that you are now?
Most of this knowledge you acquire as you go on, as you continue to live. You are, during those boxing days, one thing that I acquired was discipline and being a very good person and being true to yourself. You have a fight on Saturday, and then Friday night you go and drink alcohol or whatever those substances that it will cost you a lot tomorrow. So the things that in life, deal with people properly. It's about being an honest person you'll get your rewards. So these are the things that you learn. These are lifetime experiences that you learn. And as you go on, there will be older farmers, older people, wiser people who will also bring you along and teach you all these things. And some of these things also, you have to go through them. I mean, you will have a sick animal there in the Sunville. You don't have the pleasure of having a vet. So you need to learn how to do these things yourself. And which I will also encourage farmers. Stop your reliance on Bakenti. South Africa, I want Bakenti. And so you cannot argue with the product that comes out of South Africa. I want Bakenti. Once in a while, you can call in a vet. And it's also, it comes at a cost. So, you know, we must get away a little bit from reliance on people to do our business.
So in that case, it means, you know, learning almost everything. That's what you're indicating, almost, and also having the, you know, the passion and the drive to actually do it. You know, getting your hands dirty. You know, being prepared to be out there. You know, not under the air-conditioned offices, all those kind of things.
Yes, I think mostly because we believe in paying. We don't believe much in doing ourselves. We believe in paying a vet, paying Makenti, you know. Some of these things we need to do them. You know, there's a reason why there are field days. Field days are not for fun. Yes, it's for fun. We go there to unwind, but try and learn something. Go and ask Lunaro na do to make appointments to come after the event, because during the event, make appointment, visit. Take him to somebody you know he's doing well. I have a 2-3 weeks about the attachment. Do all those kind of things. Learn. I mean, when I started 07, Baberiki kana ke re bona ba di seka ke lo go lele to eletsegileng baberiki ba mbale ba 1 na le ranta sa ba tsa 1 re ba romela go South Africa for a month go bereka mo plasing ya molemi morui go nekwa for a month ba ile go bereka gone go ba ile go ithuta. So once you have competent staff, it makes your life easier. Because they're not
which brings me to that question. Sorry for interjecting. Sometimes division of labor. You know, some farm owners would want to leave everything to the barbaric, like you put us. You know, actually that's the first. I've always heard people just referring to them as badisa, and that's it. So in this case, how do you've mastered the art of dividing up your labor, knowing, okay, these activities I can truly rely on my workers, and the other ones I'll have to do myself?
There's nothing more whatever he can do, you must be able to do it. Whatever you can do, he must be able to do it. If possible, if you can take him to artificial insemination course, if you can attend it, course yes, because you are clueless. And it's why he's doing it for his benefit, because you are clueless. So you must be able to do each other's work. Yes, you will have an upper hand because you are the owner, but have an upper hand we just can't work it. So it is very important to know each other's duties. Say you are living, can hang a deal. Kanamataka bango barata go na thata ke re. Kana no file tiro. Oska polo jo tsa terekere wa go dira tiro kana wa go lema kana wa go kenta sa itse go kenta o beile mo monneng o le mo nole o iphile malatsi kana bona ba rata go ipha malatsi. iphile malatsi bo sokola kana o sa itse dikgomo tsa gago a o mola gore kante kgomo ena le bana ba ka ba re ba 4 kante na le bana ba le 7 ba ntseng a ba rekisa go thoko because you don't know. So you must be able to know how tsena la go bo mmotsa na re ngwana go me o ka go ketekete out of the blues kana ke pudi kana ke koko, even your chickens you must know. So if you don't know your things bana o taela o ka weekend ibile o tawole monte o tawole monate o tawi we itekantse sa tarta ga o tsonya ba simana ba ke ba ditse ba mba bereka ba re o tho o sa ile thoko dilo tsa gago. I think ga ngo go senya ga go no yo mongwe khona go tsa advantage ya o mongwe ba go sokola wena mo dilo ka gore ga o itse ditsa gago kana monnanga dile le busy le lema a ba nga ditswa ke sengo mo terekere a ba e golo ga bo le stuck o ya because le wena ga bitse go khwetsa terekere ga bitse go lema. I think lo tse ke di bona thata mo batswaneng ke tsone tse gore yes we are farmers mela we don't want to get our hands dirty batho ga ba batle go pagama diterekere ba go lema motho ga ba batle go kenta motho ga ba batle go we don't want to get involved in the hard work. It's okay but mela you must know gore some of these things o tsontse o di itse tirele a terekere na le airlock o tsontse o itse gore airlock ya ntsi o ska ya mawa go tsa mechanic a batla go tsatsa fa mileage go ntsha airlock ya ba re terekere ne le matata mantsi. But this is how I see a lot of things gore we are too casual re tsa dilo motho thata but in the farm tsontse le itse go tsontse o itse gore yo o iranyo ga ireng.
I think it's a good thing, especially if it happens that because most of Botswana with farms that you'd be or who call themselves farmers would be what we call weekend farmers. You know, they go there weekend. So at least if you are a weekend farmer, the best you can do is make sure that when you do get there, you get yourself your hands dirty. Well, not literally dirty, but somehow you really involve yourself in the work. You know the details of the work that has to be done in the farm, and the chances of you turning that into a profitable business gets higher as compared to just it being, a leisure activity where you just go there. Meanwhile, you're relying on your other job to pay off the salaries for the workers. Meanwhile, you don't even know where the business is going. So I fully agree with that advice to farmers that, attention to the details as much as you have a bigger picture of, where you want everything to head to. But at the same time, you are in the driving seat, literally. For Babereki, you're talking about how they like absconding and going. For that one, do you sometimes like we keep hearing or no, Botswana, we can't get enough. But these on that note, for in terms of the workers, do you have any difficulties with getting workers to work on the farm?
The views and opinions expressed on this chat are that of the individuals and do not necessarily represent or reflect the views and opinions of any of the entities they represent or affiliated to.
To be quite honest, it's a sort of sepehela ke bua ba maru go tetseng. I have a Zimbabwean worker. I've had him over 15 years. Na le bo go lengwa hela. Na khaola ke motšhini o harvesta le bo go lengwa hela. His output, to be honest, e raisa ya Batswana ba le babedi. Mena alle bo go lengwa hela di ratrata. Ba rona ba tota bona motho. Gore I think is because tota ga re sotege mo Botswana. To be honest, ga re sotege. Gore la o mo ka mo go ba mo tirong o boela go ga mmagwe. Dijo di teng kwa ha le gore ga gona dijo ba register le go mabipelo go ba phaka. Tota ga gona le thoko ya la ke go thoka madi a bojalo. But le thoko la dijo ya la gone tota nya mo ga se ba mmaru mo. Yes, go ka nna teng ha le hale mme mostly it will affect bo mme ka ke batho ba ile gore o tsontse gore a hatele bana mele mo go yone age group yone ya bo 16 years go tsena go bo 40 ga go a le thoko la dijo mo leng gore motho wa teng tota ya la a o se le ke tiro kana ga se le ke tiro ga ana sepe. So go no go teng ga se bothe Batswana ba leng gore ba ntse jalo mme go ntsi I would say 51% could above half ga ba tote tiro ya bone kana ke re kana ga ba itse gore kana la le modisa kana o le mmereki o ditsa dikgomo o na le di-off a kgwedi yela 2-3 days o na le malatsi a leave 14 or 16 days yaanong o thala gore nna dio tse re le bahiri ga ngwe re sa di-exercise mo go bone kore o sa re a kgwedi hele bo moha 3 days off wa gagwe gore a itsetse bana molora kana o mmayala mo polaseng kana o mmaa mo morakeng kore ga re both of us mohiri le mohirwa ga re dire dilo sentle ka tsamaiso kana gantsi o tabo bana yela kgwedi yela mathaka ba ipha di-leave ba ipha di-off tota mmela gongwe la go ba tsaya sentela motho o kgona go dira jalo yes because people are different mme yala gone tota in terms of labor batswana ga re kgathagele thata ditiro tsone tsa go bereka mo merakeng kana tsa go bereka mo dipolaseng totala because totala ga ise ko re ne le no tshotego yone eo mme yala batswana kana ke batho ba itseng kgomo ke batho ba itseng pudi hala itherolotse yala sente ngwana motswana nya o titela madi la go apetse madi la skono ka batswana gantsi batswana ke batho ba skono e ka ja dijo a go apela mme yala bone output ya bone tela ga isiwa gantsi ke ba ba tswang kwa ntebe mme ba mixitse o itse re nya yo witness a go ke yo witness a go ke but it is something that we go along with re rutana di famaro ne tota kana mmereki yala kgwedi yala sona ga mo geta na tswana gore mo 3 days a ye go ija dithata a ba bua la go ikokiletsa ena go ikokiletsa ka go tota bona batho ba modimo ba bereka di long hours bosigo kgomo di a thaga bosigo ba ba ga go le di game reserve tao di a thasela ga se batho ba leng gore go bereka makuku maphakela ka 5 wa bolotsa bosigo ntse theogetse but we just need to understand these things rote le bona re tswele nne re ntse re ba ruta gore nya mme o ka dira jana mme yala gone ke ra gore going back to your question ya gore mme batswana ba kgathagela thata go bereka mo merakeng go butsana mme gone ba teng ba dire ke ra hane ba seo re ke ba re tsa re lenteng ka dikgomo mme yala gone go butsana.
So, and then afterwards, Laura, you can go in. So, in other words, you would say little bits of suffering for us, Botswana, would take us a long way. Or now that we don't want to wish ourselves, suffering, we would have to find other means to, which we are some of the points you did outline, to say, let's look at the working conditions, things like month end, give them 2-3 days. Some people that have visited their farms, they even allow some of their workers to bring, their wives or girlfriends to the farm, which somehow, it also creates that sort of homely place for the farm worker in the process. It adds a bit of.
Tota ga gona batho ba ba pelonte jaaka difamara ke batho ba pelonte. That is why we tell mmereki a ba ataka ka mosadi a ba ataka bana ba 9 mme batho ba ba jesa bote. Going back to ya gore will a little bit of suffering as a country improve us. I would not want that to happen to our country. I would not want that. I would want us to have our peace. What I want is just for us, Botswana, to realize gore things may not be as easy as they are in the future. Let us, when we still have time, start taking things seriously. Be it merji ko marakeng broken modisa or kana go go ta change. Kana go mpena a kana ke buile gamtile ke kana nna a senyegolwa ke tiro ga go motsenye stress sa se pela ka gore o kgona go ikwadisa ile motho ke ba tswa lwa iwa dijo ke puso. It is okay, but one day we may not have that money as government or as the country. So as an na go ela re ituteng gore whatever job you have it's a ka thohalo o itse ka serase go komora ke ngwa di dira tiro entsi ya la etona e simolla go tota tiro ya gago le rona ba hiri a go re le se go duela ba beji ka dijo kana ka bojalwa bona ba batho ba ba bitsang ba disaba a go re le se go ba duela ka bojalwa kana re sa ba duele sente ha go te minimum wage ke 1000 rona be re ba duela bo 400-500 pula a go re direng dilo sente ala rote rona mo hiri le mo hiriwa lo tse di ta improve yone pereko. But most importantly ala it goes to every Motswana gore I think at some point we need to start taking life seriously because what we have now we might not have it in 2024.
Yeah.
So the peace and stability that we have and the wealth that we have as a country. You never miss your water till your well runs dry. So I think my advice will be, let's take our things seriously. Let's take our labor seriously. Let's take food production very, very serious. The whole country, they've been done injustice cutting. But take it at a family level. How okay, live yalo wo sa live this
if when I have number
if wena o le monna ga ona tlhaloganya go jesa lapa la gago. It's at a family level or no kana some of these things dita ta mo le bona go motho ta bara make tswale mo because I don't have supply in my country make bele ba gaitsu my citizens. So agriculture is the future. It is hala re ka etsa ka thoagalo yana go simolla yana ka mmereki ba go tsena ka wena yo leng gore o mo hirile ra etsa ka thoagalo yana. And then yes, we have the baking ya puso, me let's produce a good quality. Ask her go ditamati di tswaletswe le be re shankudisa ditamati ya le be re ne la setšhaba. Let's just take everything serious here. Tota la ka no twa ke bua la ntakere lo tse di simolla yana go go ene mmereki. If everybody can take everything serious, yeah, in agriculture. There's nothing wrong with agriculture.
No, very true, Mr. Slalekhosi. I like what you've been saying, just about getting your farm management basics right. Once you can have those basics in order, everything will flow freely from there. I would like to take us back to the impact boxing has done in your life in terms of perhaps molding you to the man that you are today. I find that people who play individual sports are very self-reliant as opposed to those who play in a team. You don't have that luxury of knowing that somebody has your back. You are your own quarterback, basically. So I think that played a pivotal role in making you the man that you are today, because just the way you speak, not being so reliant on other people, knowing that you can actually do it on your own and stand up and do it. So I think it's very, very powerful. People will encourage their kids to get into karate, into boxing, because those are those are individual sports, and that those are things, traits or whatever that you would learn, from a young age, that if I want something done, I have to get up and actually do it myself. I don't have to wait for somebody else to come and do it for me. So I love that. I love that a lot.
Yeah, that's correct, because being able to doing that individual sport boxing, you are very 100% right. It makes you can forget one or two which is okay, and it's also okay to get help.
Yes.
But it will cut your cost a lot.
You demand to learn 100%.
Yeah, I was saying when I already started to how DM young, kila koma mua komisa mu. If all I can.
With boxing, there's a lot of talent in it, and also there's a lot of luck in it. So it's a one punch lights off. I have represented my country for about 11 years. 11 years of hardship. I mean, you go into camp for a month, a wood 1.5. As soon as but it was okay. It was the BW flag, the pride of representing Botswana go the Commonwealth thing, Africa Championship. I think at 2000 it was myself and Gilbert Kunwane. We were picked to represent India. We were unfortunately have to represent Botswana, and not Botswana actually, to represent Africa. Two of us, unfortunately, that never happened because we won September 11. I think that was 0-1. So it was also an honor to have. It would be been a great one also to have gone to represent your continent. So I think that alone tells you if you can have the opportunity to go and represent not only your country but the continent. So and to have represented Botswana from the weight 67 kilos, 71, 75, 81 up to heavyweight. Sometimes I was also sacrificed a lot because I was younger, and I could be told to pick up weight. So that I can fight in a heavier division, so that Botswana can send in more people in the team. So, and I would really do it, and I did it at 97. I was told to go to 81 kilos from my comfortable zone was 75. Then it was David Nyati, so that good for the country or Botswana team is if we have many, if team are we stand a chance to win a cup. And we went to South Africa, we did to 81, we get our gold. So,
wow.
So it was nice. It's representing Botswana like that. With us back then, it was less about money because no was not talking in Tintiaka Rumpino, but Rumpino the athlete did ratamadi, Corella, the Botsolobo Chenchi de Malazia. Butata, so it was about Amadi. So it was very nice to represent my country in boxing for a very long time. And I retired and went back to Fabing. And my twin brother continued with boxing. He's currently the national team boxing coach. Because both of us were boxers. We were in the same sport same as we are in the same field today. So he continued. He's now the national team coach.
That's really lovely.
So you could literally, so one could literally stand in for the other if the other didn't feel like fighting.
No, boxing is about weight.
Okay. Oh, so you couldn't
I was in
match
division. Yes.
Oh, great. No, that's good. I think selflessness that you've expressed, serving for the country, it's a commendable one. It's a good job, well done. I think that has molded you, even the you that we see today. Being very passionate about the country and serving them, wanting to do good for the nation. Laura, you had some question before I.
Yes, I just wanted to find out, do you still box as a part-time? What do you do maybe to take care of your mental health? I feel like our lives get so busy and we need to decompress. Some people walk, some people do yoga, some people do karate. Do you still get in the ring?
I'm still no, I don't box. I'm too old. But I do go to Virgin Active. I try and go to the gym at least twice a week, or thrice a week, just to go and get blood. Because it is very important to walk at least 2 to 3 kilometers a day or run. So walking, yes, I can do a lot of it, go Kumura game, but and then I go to the gym as well to do exercise to keep healthy and to keep fit. So yes, I still go to the gym daily. When I have time, when I'm available to go to gym, I go to gym.
Hey, our life gets so busy and so hectic, you need to just decompress and just turn off that off button, even if it's for an hour, and just have your me time. It's very crucial.
It's very important to at least walk 3 kilometers a day, or at least not a day, 3 times a week or twice a week, because it will bring down your weight a little bit, which most of us are now overweight as we grow older. And also, it will reduce your blood pressure because of so it's a little bit, it's very important to have a little bit of exercise. Your body lives once, and your body is only your body. You can never borrow it to anybody or borrow somebody's body. So you must look for your body. And the worst part about it is that you are given one organ in your body, one heart, one kidney, one liver, or kidneys. You are like you can have 2. But basically, whatever that we have is one. Left the one. Also, you took medicine to stroke on the left side. So you must look after your body. Try and do something. And also, most importantly, eat well. Try to eat well. Can I get some 5 kg of meat alone. 5 kg of meat alone. We must reduce our eating habits must change a little bit also as farmers. One hour, you could all no, it's not supposed to be like that. It's unhealthy.
Very true. Very, very true. Erra, so 4 breeders from Mokane came together to start this amazing venture, the Farmers Field Day. Was this decision intentionally? Was it something that you always wanted to do, or the opportunity just presented itself?
You see, Mokane Farmers Day is myself, Tebe, my brother, and Penyon Tas. But the brains behind Mokane Farmers Day was Penyon Tas.
Oh, okay.
The late Penyon Tas. He was older than us. I think he was about 7 years older than us. Nobody will ever know because we were too close as friends. Farmers Day Narata show, Narata Field Day, or Mekana Field Day. We actually giving back to our community. We have been privileged enough to go all over the world and see cattle and do everything and get the knowledge. And people back on our born and appreciate what we are doing. Ubona ka ba re ka dipo ka temo rona gore be batho ba re da dipo tsa rona me gore a gore ano rona re ba ruta gore mele bone ba ka itirela eng ko especially in the communal land ka re batho ba mahodi tsa atakanetsweng. So Mr. P ke ene motho e leng gore ba a tseya mo wa Farmers Day mo go rona ba isimolla go ga go ebile ba sponsor ene himself alone a tota re pateletsa re tsenya mo teng le tebe ka dikgokela a be rena le batho ba le 800 re tso go adima tante ya nyelo tsoloma I think ko mo ka re kana ko mapashalla e tshonyana ya nyelo tsoloma rena le batho ba le 800 le matshireletso was with us from the beginning, our former MP. So Mr. P sponsored le sengwe le sengwe, and then we realized actually people don't have information, but don't have information about farming, about what they want to do. And then we started, we bought into the idea, and then we grouped in other people, the community, till all over Botswana. And then the aim was to make sure we give back the knowledge to the right people, which is the community, in the communal land, because Batobama Hudu Ataka communal. Bana le go ithoga ba re do dingwe ke tsa dipolase tse di gomotsa ga se di ka riwang ke motho wa markeng tsa batho ba dipolase. So we had to change that mindset. Ipeno ba teng le batho mo bangwe ba swi bo Botswana ba nang gore ano le ba ruile mo merakeng, and that influence I'm not going to say it's a corona, but I said it can be done, and ba bona it can be done because ne re supa rona ka ditiro tsa rona e seng ka go bua thata. Ka ditiro tsa rona re di rua mo mahoditsong a thakanetseng di tsamaya di ya go dishong go di winner tsa di Grand Champion of the Yard. I think I did it twice in a row, 2014 and 2015, the whole country. Ke tsoma mahoditso a thakanetseng. So these are the things that me batho dilo tse kana ba tsentse ba di bone ba re ba ruta gore ba dire, and ha ke ba ruta gore ka rua po ya boleng jo bo kana mahoditsong. I'm also creating myself a market. A re ke po ke tshele le ena a re ke po di kgomo tsa gago di go ntsi hala ka bo keteng bo jo bo bategang, you see. So I teach them, and I also benefit in them being my clients. I also benefit in them ba gola ba jaaka gompieno re bona gore Mokane Farmers Day ya simola de go sena la ile mothope o dira horticulture, and then we grouped in Sane Mokhadi and his wife ile bona ba ntha ba simolla these things, and then now we are having more people now doing it because ne re ba bontsha no, it can be done. Alawa lema di cabbage di broccoli mo Mokane mo khone ya gona le starting as we get where people never thought these things would happen. Broccoli a diro ko Mokane, red cabbage, red onion, it's been produced ko Mokane ba supply bo Choppies, bo Spar, bo Shoprite. So all these things really very bit I expect from South Africa. Basically, I mean, most of the time we don't present anything. No, now we just said we don't get involved in the program. People that we invite with expertise, it's about to go at our cost, but but it has now gone international. It has gone national as well. So basically, Mokane Farmers Day is just a knowledge-based entity. It's a non-profit making organization, and then the Ruta. I had a request from Mokane Primary School to bring Banamala 94. So we have Kobo Chopong, we have Bochoshon Brigade bringing Banama Agriculture. So because Balamaga they can get knowledge by the reason. And since this Mokana Farmers Day, it has really done a lot for the region. It has done a lot for the country, because now people know these things can be done in communal land, be it crops, be it livestock. And we are seeing a lot of batho padidi ba gompieno ba punya didiba ba lema dijo ba rua dikgomo ba rua dipudi ba rua sengwe le sengwe because of Mokana Farmers Day. Information in Mr. Penyo has similar. Let us now give back. God will bless us one day. We are doing it for free at our cost, and we get nothing out of it. We involve a community. A committee along what is based on a committee chairang. It's a and to prepare Farmers Day. So basically, it's just a knowledge-based entity to the community.
I love that. I love that a lot. You are a trailblazer of note. I like people who do more than speak. You are so inspirational. You do everything that you set your mind to, and you do it so well. We appreciate your great efforts. We see them. It's like you're saying, money is money. Money comes and goes, but it's that knowledge, that you impart and you share.
That is most important. You teach somebody how to make money. So that balance money every day. Teach them how to make money.
And with that knowledge, nobody can ever take it away from you.
Nope, nobody.
Mr. Molokwe?
Let's remind people of the date for this year. That is,
the Mokane Farmers Day will be held on the 17th of June rather than the initial 10th June 2023. The reason for the postponement are outlined in the official communication. May the Lord be with the First Family during this trying time as they mourn the loss of Mema Tselang Masisi.
Where the full day was last year. I'll be the host, and this year our theme is basically it is like this: improving agriculture, production and productivity. Now the most important part is the last one, through women empowerment in Botswana. So this year we have dedicated our program to women. It will be our guest speaker and our keynote addresser, Itawele Me Naoma Sisi, the First Lady of the Republic of Botswana, and then our guest speaker, Itawele Me Masarane, whom I think will touch base on the finances that women can do or access. And then, just from the way they are like, Kosi Yamote, Kemutuane, Moruti Tavele Mutuane, MC, yes, Kamfadarama Tevele, but we have asked him to bring Mutuane. Most of them, but our demonstrations, artificial insemination. We've been doing it. This is not a new thing that HE is doing. He's actually just aiding on it. So, what about artificial insemination? Trained inseminators. No, this is doable. We can do this. Involved. There are just too many women groups that and what they will be also teaching on financial. Agriculture. It will mostly be women. If there's a speaker, maybe it will be one or two, but mostly is these women. Our former MP member is a very influential woman in the society. So this year we have dedicated everything to women. It is taller than women that we have, women companies that we have sponsored for Obarakla store on Kumukane Field Day. The food stalls, I think 3 or 4 that are allowed, also women. So this year our focus is basically towards women. And then we have mud camping, who will also be providing accommodation. Mud camping is there, like at Ramara Yanela Sechala Simala Bugala, Borgo Jona Ruri. May allow on before Kelebala Bagage. Koboto or Renere rebuild some of these things. Responsible like you see that, but came on board last year, our sponsor. Even this year, our main sponsor, Kionesida. Our sponsor and our own Maria Varanalanga. So that we give it back to Nathan. Jakali Jormomora again. Hakoreko Sepe. Ornala from morning, from Friday, Thursday actually, we start giving Rahaba to the job. Mahala, Kamadiwana, sponsor. but ba ata bana ba do set up and this store and everything ba jiswa after Saturday at the breakfast 10 lunch we provide food for free because mama ra kenga go rekwe. This is the culture we are trying to relive. So some of these things, look at them, it's expensive, but find a way to relive matshelo a rona ra itsenya setswana gore dijo ga di rekwe. Ha o ta itela motho a ka itsele kuka a seo mo marakeng o tsaya kopi wa ja ga utswi wa ja mo go lekaneng o botso o tsamaya. Ha o ile go tsoma dikgaka o gola 1 kana 2 wa ja ga o bole 20 o go rekisa illegally. Ha o ikutswile bola so ka se jang. So maraka ke dilo tse nang gore that lifestyle was good. Ne re tsa lathane gompieno ra lathana, and these are some of the things that we teach. So madi o thara kgobokanya ra tsa mo batho goes back to the event a salang a go di donation e re sala re le 00.
I could listen to you speak all day, Mr. Setlalekgosi. So much knowledge and insights. You know, you speak so well and so passionately about the industry. So I would like to presume that those were your last words. Do you have any other or your?
I would encourage people to come for the purpose of learning. There's nothing wrong coming for the purpose of, you know, to come in and whine, yes. But let's respect each other on those things and let's stay safe. Maybe they will allow 1 or 2 questions. Like at the was that na gore ke ngare ke di po ala tlhalosetsa so se na gore le komo ka farmers day ra se rotwetsa ra se supporta ibile ra mo lebogisa le ene gore you have done a lot for the country by this initiative ya go ditsa di po go tswa go matseng a mangwe. So let's come and why le no tabatsila so on official duty motho o tabalo on the official duty ke memmatsi e no tabatsile le famara. So he's a man you can mingle with. Yes. 1 or 2 things. Sure. So I think let's just come on the day. You know, let's come and witness women in agriculture. You know, me and my brother. One thing that maybe I didn't mention. You know, we were raised by a single mother and raised by a single grandmother as well. There was never a man in the family, and there was never a boy in the family. So So we were raised by women, and we are proud to have been raised by women because I believe they have done a better job than most families they do in a remote thing. So it's an advantage to have a man in the house, but Melbourne men are more than capable. We are a product of women. We are a product of being raised by women. So we are saying let's come and enjoy women. Let's come and celebrate the achievements. Most importantly, and respect what they are doing. To be honest, because of their resilience. If we can rotate similar chance, I think we will go far in terms of food production in this country.
Yes, Mr. Setlalekgosi, we cannot thank you enough for making the time to come and chat with us. It's been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I've learned so much, and we wish you nothing but the best on the day, Komokane, and all your future endeavors. We wish you nothing but the absolute best.
I thank you very much. It was a pleasure to come and share the little knowledge that I have with my fellow citizens, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, and there you have it. Do join us again next time, same place. I'm Laura, and this is the ELXA Chat with Pros. The ELXA Chat with Pros would like to express its gratitude to our amazing guest, Mr. Thapelo Setlalekgosi. Thank you for chatting with us. And to you, our doers, our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Laura, and this is the ELXA Chat with Pros.